Hi everybody! Welcome back to more Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney, and it looks like I need to adjust things a wee tiny bit because it was not how it was showing up originally. Why is it so damn big? Okay, I think I just did something a little bit off. Okay, where is that thing? Okay, let me try to this. There, that looks better. Right, that's it. But I need to do that again. Okay, all right. It was not showing that way before I went in, so sorry. But they got it fixed now, so yay! Welcome back to more Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. Gotta figure out who killed the co-star, because right now we don't know. We're just pretty sure it's not the star or the accused. So, okay, we're at Turnabout Samurai, because it seems like turnabout everything here. Why not? Okay, there's my. Okay, got the music on, I believe, and my mic is turned all the way up. So I don't know how I'm supposed to make the mic volume louder unless I yell. I know I got things very, very loud in my headphones. Because I got my mic near me. It's like about a hand away from my face. Gain filter. Okay, filters. Yeah, I do not have one called gain. Yes, we're gonna keep calling it gain because I don't. Okay, got the. Okay, close. Okay, I got the gain maxed out. I'm taking that's too much. Filters. Gain. Less much. Okay, I made it less much. How's that? Is that good? No, a little more. Okay. Filters. No, gain. Turn it down a tiny bit more. Okay, how's that? Is that better? Or does it need to be a little more? Good? Not good? Yeah, a bit more. Can barely hear the game. If I need to, I can turn the game down some more, because it's... Or turn the game up a little bit. Would that help instead? Like turning the game up just a tad? Because I got plenty of room to turn the game up. Okay. Game up. Okay, how's that for game? Well, I go into filters. Game better good. And how's that for voice? Because I turned that up a wee bit. I'm hoping voice is good, because right now might be okay. May need to increase it. Okay, well there is a little bit more room in the game to increase, so can do that if absolutely needed. Okay, let's get back into the game. That got quiet. October 19th, District Court. You are not butts. Mr. Wright? Yes? Why do you look so unhappy? Oh, nothing? Really, it's nothing. You're still the prime suspect because we don't know who else to accuse. So yes, it's nothing important. No, you don't need to worry about it. Right, Mia? Oh, she looks even unhappier. Phoenix, your client is now practically a dead man walking. Perhaps that's why I feel particularly close to him. This is no time for dead people jokes, please. You know, we're going into this trial utterly defenseless. Yet, if Mr. Powers is truly innocent, we should be able to find something overlooked in the evidence to prove it. Something overlooked. Yeah. Like the lack of blood! You have to find something, Phoenix, today. It's that, or lose the trial. This ain't gonna be easy. Yeah. Especially since you won't let me notice the thing I noticed. That would... The court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Will Powers. Prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Very well. Mr. Edgeworth, your opening statement, please. An unexpected fact has come to the attention of the court. Yesterday, we learned that there were other people present at the studios. Today, I would like to show evidence proving they had nothing to do with the murder. Very well. You may call your first witness, Mr. Edgeworth. Wonder if it'll be that producer. Who wants to bet as the producer? Any bets? Yeah? Nine? I'm gonna get a quick drink while you guys decide if it's the producer or not. I might have seen something that would suggest who is gonna be on the stand today. But, well, looking for pictures. The prosecution calls Mr. Salmonella to the stand. Okay, so the director, not the producer. Though this guy has a very unfortunate name. Or that director. Will the witness state his name and profession? How rude can you get? You don't know me? I'm the director. I make the Steel Samurai noob. Rolling on the floor laughing. Dude, you're standing up. You are not rolling on the floor laughing. Salmonella. I'm a director. Television. Were you at Global Studios on the day of the murder? Rolfcopter? Yes, Your Honor. Very well. Please testify to the court about the events of the day. Phoenix? Let's start by picking this testimony apart. Okay! Whatever you say, Miss Mia. If Powers is innocent, you know what that means. Someone in the trailer on that day did it. Right. She doesn't waste any time putting on the pressure. Roffelcopter. I was never a professional at text speak. I was at the studios from around 9 that morning. During the morning, I was doing an action scene run through. It took a lot more time than I thought it would. I hear that everyone else ate lunch in the employee area, but I had a meeting in the Studio 2 trailer, so I ended up skipping lunch. Dude! Lunch is important, and there's a security guard! Eating lunch in the employee area instead of at her station. Probably nobody at her station. We were in the meeting until around 4. During the meeting, well, I'm pretty sure no one left their chairs. Yeah, she never leaves her station. Yeah, she's in all the pictures that are not at her station. That's about it. Okay. Time of Mr. Hammer's death was 2:30. And according to your testimony, you were in a meeting at that time. Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination. Yes, Your Honor. Okay. Yes, come on. So at the studios from around 9 that morning. It's your press. Is that when you always come into work? Oh, no. I come in at all sorts of hours. It's the industry way. Yeah, I know all about the freaks in your industry. Still, for what it's worth, I was pretty busy all that day. Tell us more about that. During the morning, I was doing an action scene run through in the employee area. That's right. There was a fight scene between the Steel Samurai and the evil magistrate. Was anyone else at the run through? Oh yeah, that security lady was sitting there watching the whole time. Think, LOL. She was cheering on Hammer, if you can believe it. She certainly has the lungs for it. Anyone else? Nope, just us four. Not even the kid? Took a lot more time than I thought it would. Okay, how long did it take? Why did it go on so long? I'm pretty sure you've already heard about this, but WP twisted his ankle during the run-through, see? Oh, right. That's the limp. Hi, Jan! Which, of course, led me to be missing my lunch. Ross. Roll. Yeah, I never knew that one. Rolling on the floor, singing? That really doesn't. That really does not work. Ross. Rolling on the floor, starving? I hear that everyone else ate lunch in the employee area. Yeah, sounds like neither is Phoenix. What exactly did they have for lunch? T-bone steak. The assistant cooks them up. Well, he looks excited about it. Come to think of it, there was a plate with some bones on it in the employee area. Everyone else, meaning that the witness did not eat with them? But I had a meeting in the Studio 2 trailer, so I ended up skipping lunch. But there were signs of food there! So in the end, you didn't get to eat. Yeah, no steak at least. Can you believe it? It must have been tough. Phoenix? Yeah? Doesn't something about that seem odd to you? Yeah? It does seem odd now that you mention it. Mr. Manuela. What you want? When I went to Studio 2, I saw something on the table there. There were 2 plates. The same kind of plates as the ones in the employee area. Who ate lunch there? No, good call. Sweats. I was embarrassed, so I didn't mention it. But I did eat after all. A T-bone steak, you mean? Yeah, well, I mean, the assistant went through all that trouble. I brought it to the trailer, thinking I could eat it later. Clearly, a man who likes to eat. I'd suspect as much. So when exactly did you eat it? We took one break during that meeting. I wolfed it down then. Troll. A mental image I will carry with me to my grave. No mental images! Yay! I have an advantage! I don't have to see that guy shoving a steak into his mouth in like one piece. Wait a second. They took a break in that meeting. That contradicts his testimony. I'll press on that one a bit more. You were in the meeting until around 4. What were you discussing? A Steel Samurai story and our budget. Get this, the sponsors turn to me and say, Mr. Manuela, the scripts of yours are not appropriate for children. Can you believe it? Actually, I kind of can. So nobody left the table during the whole meeting. During the meeting, well, I'm pretty sure no one left their chairs. But somebody, you didn't take a single break. Well, yeah, not a one. Sweats. But you just said you did too, and you ate your steak all in like one bite. What's he sweating so much about, I wonder? If only I had an idea. Wait a second. Maybe I do have an idea. Definitely press harder. You just said you had a break. Ruella, you just contradicted yourself. Did you just tell the court that you ate that T-bone steak during a break? Oops. Rolling on the floor laughing. Yeah, this is not when you laugh. This is when you go, oh, freaking shit. Well, Mr. Manuela, what's this all about? Judge, if you were to pay attention, you would know what this is about. Well, yeah, I guess we did take a little break. Phoenix, great job. They took a break. One of them could have gone to the studio during that time. Your Honor, call on the witness to testify to the court about this break. Very well. Miss Manuela, your testimony, please. Uh-oh, Edgeworth is laughing. Yeah, for what it's worth, we took a break, rolling on the floor laughing. But it's only 15 minutes. 15! That's only 13 in base 12. Okay, you're a geek. Jupiter, is 15 13 in base 12? Because I suck at bases that aren't base 10. Ooh! So... Not enough time for someone to say commit murder in Studio 1. That's the same face you were... or at least it's similar to the face. That's the same tongue hanging out thingy you were doing about the steak and eating. So I think it would be enough time for somebody to die. Especially if they died from that bent fence in Studio 2. And then got brought to Studio 1 after they cleared away the tree and had enough that you could get past. It's only just enough time to eat a T-bone steak if you ask me. But you made it clear you wolfed it down. That would take you like 2 seconds. I don't think it would even be enough time for that, but that's just me. Very well. You may begin your cross-examination. For what it's worth, we took a break. As for... I don't think we get punished for pressing. What time exactly did you take this break? I say it was from around 2:30 or so until 2:45. Okay. If I remember correctly. 2:30, time of death. So the break happened right at dead time. Or time of the death. 2:30? That's the time of death. So he could have gone to Studio 1, killed Hammer, and come back. Or Hammer died there! Yes, it's possible time-wise. But it was only 15 minutes. 15! That's 13 in base 12. What were you doing for those 15 minutes? Eating my T-bone steak? What else? There were 2 plates on that table. Oh, right. The other one was Diva's. Sorry. D. Vasquez's plate. D. Vasquez, the producer. To eat a T-bone steak in 15 minutes, that's quite a feat. Not enough time for someone to say, commit murder in Studio One. Why is that? Haven't we had enough of this pointless line of questioning? Your Honor, the testimony to this point has made one certain fact painfully clear. The people in the trailer had nothing to do with this murder. It was impossible for any of them to go to Studio One. What? Something wrong, Mr. Wright? Surely you weren't suggesting one of the people in the trailer went to Studio One. Well, Mr. Wright, this is critical. Think about it before you give your answer. Okay, what time was the storm? Because when that thing knocked down until they moved it, which I can't remember what time that was, but it was after the time of death. Yeah, okay, yeah, the thing got knocked down before the time of death and got cleaned up after, so yeah, they couldn't have gone to Studio One. He died at Studio 2. Don't run to write off so many possible suspects. But I can't keep claiming the impossible either. I agree that it was impossible for anyone in the trailer to go to the studio in that time. I thought you might be thoughtlessly treading on thin ice again. But I see you had at least an inkling of the truth. What do you mean, Mr. Edgeworth? It's quite simple. True, the break in the trailer meeting came right at the time of death. However, the path from there to the scene of the crime was blocked. The fallen Mrs. Monkeyhead barred the way. At around 2:15, a strong gust of wind knocked off the studio mascot's head. Ergo, when the people in the trailer took a break at 2:30, the way to the studio was blocked. Blocked by Mrs. Monkey's severed head. It's actually Mr. Monkey, but Edgeworth has a point. And somehow I feel no desire to correct him. I believe we have seen enough evidence. Now I'd like to relieve Mr. Manuela from the stand. What? It's over? Very well. The court's opinion on this case is as follows. You found that there are several other people in Studio 2 on the day of the murder. However, it is also clear that none of these people could have gone to Studio 1. They therefore have no relation to this case. Furthermore, with regards to the photo of the Steel Samurai, given the size of the costume, no one other than Mr. Powers could have worn it that day. All that is lacking is decisive evidence that he is the one who did it. If we had that, I'm afraid I would have to find Mr. Powers guilty. Your Honor, the prosecution is pleased to announce that we indeed have a decisive evidence. A witness. Who is this witness, Mr. Edgeworth? My witness saw the very moment when the Steel Samurai skewered the victim. Anyone have any guesses as to who this surprise witness is? Any guesses? I kind of saw a picture of somebody on the stand where I'm positive it's who they're talking about, so I'm not gonna say until anyone in chat that wants to take a guess is taking their guess. I'm going with the kid. No, I'm going with the kid. Order. I will have order. But yes, security guard would be a good guess too, because she was everywhere that day. I see. The court will take a 10-minute recess, after which we will hear your witness. Court is adjourned for recess. What do we do now, Mia? Everyone in that trailer has an alibi. I'm sorry, Phoenix. I guess I was wrong. Don't tell me you're giving up. If you give up, what hope do I have? Don't get me wrong. I've never given up on a trial before. Not while there was a chance. Only one thing became clear in your cross-examination. The people in that trailer could not have gone to Studio One. Thought there was more to it than that. But I was wrong. That's all there is. What's going to happen to me? It kinda seems like everyone in that courtroom thinks I did it. Yeah. Because they all think you did it. They think I'm a murderer? Don't worry, Mr. Powers. If you are innocent, we will prove it. I guarantee it. Leave it to us and be yourself. Be strong. You are the Steel Samurai, hero to children everywhere, after all. Thanks. Okay, Phoenix. This one's for the kids. Let's do it. Court is back in session. Trial of Mr. Will Powers. Prosecution has a concern, as our witness is a grade schooler of tender years, and this is a murder case. We worry that the defense might cause unnecessary trauma with his cruel questioning. Nice to see Edgeworth taking the moral high ground. However, we have no choice. The prosecution calls Cody Hackins to the stand. He can barely see over it! Your Honor, perhaps you could arrange a box for him to stand on? Oh, right. Guard, please bring him a box. One of those donut crates should do. Will the witness state his name and grade in school? Witness! What? Just because you're all grown up don't mean you can push me around. Cody? Answer his question, okay? Hey, it's you, the nice lady! I'm Cody Hackins. I'm in 2nd grade. Get the feeling this is going to be a long, long day. Mr. Edgeworth, please remember that you're speaking to a child. Try to be gentle. Witness, Cody is having trouble with this gentle thing. You were present, you were at Global Studios on the day of the, incident? You got a problem with that? Please tell us what you saw that day. What, Pops? You want me to tell you and Gramps with the beard over there? Just, Mr. Edge, I did not click those! Edgeworth wants to be called Edgeworth. Bearded man. The judge does not appreciate being called Grandpa. Incidentally, photographic equipment is strictly forbidden in this courtroom. Edgeworth? You should have made sure the kid knew that. He's your witness. My apologies, Your Honor. He said he wouldn't testify if he couldn't bring it. I'd like special permission if that's possible. Wait, so you're saying you had to bargain terms with the kid and you lost? Hey, just got this new camera. Don't really know how to use it all that good yet. but I bring it with me wherever I go. Phoenix? Wonder if we had that camera on the day of the murder. You better make a note of it in the court record. Very well, Cody. Please testify to the court about what you saw the day of the incident. I wanted to see a Steel Samurai rehearsal just once. I found a map on the internet and went to the studios that day. I went through the woods, off the path, so that old lady wouldn't catch me. I was going for this studio. I got kinda lost on the way though, for about 30 minutes. When I came up by the studio, there was a Steel Samurai. It totally rocked! Right before my eyes! Out came the bad guy! Of course, the Steel Samurai took him down. Pow! If I had my camera with me, that would have been the time for a shot, I tell ya. Anyway, I couldn't get into the studio, so I went home. Very well. The defense may begin its cross-examination. But be gentle. Remember, you're talking to a child. This kid is tougher than most adults we see in here, honestly. Yeah. Tough kid. Wanted to see a Steel Samurai rehearsal just once. You really like the Steel Samurai, huh? Of course I do! I tape every show! And I go to all the live performances. That's impressive. Have you been to the amusement park? Of course, duh! My dad always takes me. Poor dad. I found a map on the internet and went to the studios that day. Was that day the first time you'd been to the studio? Huh, actually, I've been a couple of times. Never managed to get there on a rehearsal day. And that security lady's always yelling. Right. Please continue. Chill, Pops. I'm getting to it. How am I supposed to talk with you cutting me off all the time? Jeez! I went through the woods, off the path, so the old lady wouldn't catch me. Off the path? Yeah, you know how the studios are in a valley there? If you go off the path a little, there's woods. That's where I was. I see. Anyhow, I was going for the studio. Did nothing unusual happen on your way to the studio? Unusual? Did you see this monkey by any chance? Oh, you mean Mr. Monkey? Yeah, I saw him, but his head wasn't busted. So you went straight to the studio. I got kinda lost on the way though, for about 30 minutes. I got lost in the woods. Yeah, I couldn't figure out which way I was walking. Man, was I relieved when I saw the blue studio doors. But guess what happened next? When I came out by the studio, there was a Steel Samurai. The Steel Samurai? Yeah, he was standing by the studio gate. He looked like he was thinking about something before going in. Then he opened up the gate and went inside. I see. What then? It totally rocked! Right before my eyes, out came the bad guy. What sort of bad guy was it? A guy, a person, kinda tall, skinny. Are you sure it was a guy? I don't know. He was kinda far away. Huh. He's being awfully vague. Of course, the Steel Samurai took him down. Pow! What happened to the bad guy? Huh? Well, he kinda didn't move. Not a bit like he was dead. I guess he's a real pro. What a great actor! Yeah, I suppose he was. If I had my camera with me, that would have been in time for a shot, I tell you. If you had your camera? You mean you weren't carrying your camera then? No, I wasn't. It's not like I have it all the time. Really? Guess that's... Seeing the killing freaked him out and he went home. Phoenix? Remember, he's a child. Use gentle words, but be firm. Easy for you to say. I wanted to see a Steel Samurai rehearsal just once. You really liked... Okay. Tab. Court record. He still... What day did he get it? As well as every victory seen in every battle the Steel Samurai has won. Yeah, he definitely would have had a camera with him. Pretty sure on that. Okay. Okay, so I need to get back to that part. Map on the internet. Yeah, I went through that. Let's going for the studio. Kinda lost. By the studio, Steel Samurai. I pour my eyes. Out came the bad guy. Of course, took him down. Had my camera with me. Okay. Okay. You had your camera? You mean you weren't carrying your camera then? No, I wasn't. I can't do that stuff now, okay? It's not like I have it all the time. Obtain the killing. Yeah, I gotta get back to that and not press, just present either the book or his camera. Which one? Okay. Studio. Lost. Came up. Bad guy. Took him down. If I had my camera. Okay, but that shows that he would have most likely had a camera, even if not the new one. The witness's statement is clearly faulty, Your Honor. Sorry, but I can see nothing faulty. Unfortunately, I will have to penalize you, Mr. Wright. No, I think we're on the right track, just probably used the wrong thing. We have to use the camera and not see a book. Cody, what you just said seems, well, a little strange. Didn't you say before that you always bring your digital camera wherever you go? You were quite clear about that. Huh? Cody, you shouldn't lie here. You understand that, right? Mr. Wright, a word with you. Was I putting the pressure on too much? What is this digital camera contraption you're talking about? Okay, Judge. Okay. Yes, this game was made when digital cameras were new. And, well, you are not young. A digital camera is a camera that takes pictures and stores the pictures on the camera or onto a little card, like, similar to a floppy disk, but much, much smaller and not floppy. And does not use film. So you can see the pictures right away. You don't have to bring them to the store and then wait, have them send it away, and then wait like a week for them to develop the pictures and get them sent back. You can see your picture right after you took it, like seconds later. It's even faster than a Polaroid for seeing the pictures. Okay, are you with me now, Mr. Judge? Yes? I hope so. It's, digital camera, Your Honor. It's kind of a new sort of camera. He's like, how do I explain it? I think I just explained it fairly good. I see. Anyway, Cody, can't believe you wouldn't bring your camera on a trip to the studios. You did bring it, didn't you? Mr. Wright, how cruel you are to terrorize a poor child so. I don't care if he's a child or a prosecuting attorney. No one should lie in court. What do you mean, or a prosecuting attorney? Well, Cody? What? Yeah, so I had my camera. So what? You got a problem with that? Then you showed the box he's standing on. So, you did have a camera. And did you use this camera? Why would I use it? I was too busy watching. Very well. Please testify to the court about what you were so busy watching. This is where the book's going to come in. Okay. Looks like, yeah, you don't, this is your status quo. This is what you do. You go to these things, you watch, and then you take a picture. Yeah, I had my camera with me, but I was glued to the action. I couldn't take my eyes off it. The Steel Samurai, he goes for the bad guy. Wham! Then the bad guy stopped moving. He's so strong. The Steel Samurai rules. Ah, is that all? Well, that was brief. Straight across. Okay. Yeah, I had my camera with me. Is it the same camera you brought? So why didn't you use it? He's getting to that. Relax and listen. I didn't use it because I was too busy watching the real thing. But I was glued to the action. I couldn't take my eyes off of it. So you were watching the Steel Samurai. Did you watch the whole fight? Yeah, of course. You didn't turn away. Not even once. No. Okay. And tell us exactly what happened. Yeah, I'm getting to that. Steel Samurai. He goes for the bad guy. Wham! So the bad guy attacked him first. Yeah. What sort of person was this bad guy? Told you, a person. He was a person. How was he dressed? I kinda don't remember. I was too busy watching the Steel Samurai. Let's see. And what happened next? Then the bad guy stopped moving. Why? Huh? What do you mean, why? Why wasn't the bad guy moving? Well, because the Steel Samurai brought him to justice. And how exactly did he do that? How did he do it? With a samurai kick and a samurai punch, samurai chop, samurai slap. Something like that. Still being vague about this. What? Don't give me that look, Pops. How should I play this? Okay. Wait and see, or press them harder. I need to figure out how to get to where I present that book, or the, well, of course you would have taken a picture. This is what you do. You go to these things, and they're live things, and you take pictures when the final blow is dealt. But we haven't gone through this before. So wait and see might be right. But I feel like we need to press them harder. Cody? What? Something's bothering me. Before you said you couldn't take your eyes off the action. Yeah, so what? Yet you missed the most important part. What is the meaning of this? Witness has stated that he saw quite clearly. You know as well as I do that he's being vague. Tell me what kind of murderer uses a samurai slap. My point is this, Cody, you may have seen some of the Steel Samurais fight, but you missed the most important part, the killing blow. Mr. Wright, how could this be? Can you explain how he might have missed something so vital? That's the thing. Phoenix? I believe you're on the right track with this. Think, why didn't Cody see the climax of the fight? I know you. We can figure this out. Your answer. I have ascertained that this young boy is a great fan of the Steel Samurai. Why wouldn't he watch the climax of that fight? Yeah, why wouldn't he? Okay, he couldn't. I suspect if this was Hammer, that this climax was happening in Studio 2. Well, it's possible he was blocked. It could be show the book. We can try that. Honor, I have evidence. Evidence? Yes, Your Honor. Yeah, the book does not feel right at this spot. Here's my proof. Proof? Can I do that again? Yeah, that's what I thought. I have asked Boy is a great fan. Why wouldn't he watch the climax of the fight? Yeah, it has to be... He was watching something. What else would he be watching? If this was the murder... Yeah, couldn't have been the... He said Mr. Monkey, his head was still attached. So whatever he's watching is not the murder. Whatever it is. That much we know. Okay. He missed the climax of the fight because he was looking at something else, probably. Probably? Something else? Mr. Wright, explain yourself. What could possibly distract this boy from seeing his idol, the Steel Samurai, fight? What do you claim he was looking at? Oof. Come on, think of something. Something. I can try that. He was looking at his camera, his new camera. Yeah, it's not impossible. Definitely makes a lot more sense than that bug. It's my proof. The camera? The witness stated that he recently received this camera. Yes, I'm aware of that. He wasn't entirely familiar with its operation. I'm aware of that too. Ah, oh, correct. Why would Cody be looking somewhere else at the critical moment? Because he was looking at his camera. He was trying to take a picture. Bullseye! What's your problem, Pops? You got a thing for picking on little kids? Pressing, not picking? Good job, Phoenix. Cody was lying, clearly. Smart of you to realize there's no way you could just stand there watching his hero and not take a picture. Right. Cody? There's only one reason why you would have looked away from the fight. And that was because you wanted to take a picture. But having just received your camera, you weren't used to using it yet. So you missed the climax of the fight, correct? Yeah. Well, Phoenix? Bet you anything he's hiding more than that. Have him testify again. Right. Mina means business. Your Honor, defense would like to request that Cody Hackins testify once more. Very well. Cody, could you please tell us about your camera? And about why you didn't take a picture of the fight? Welcome to the real world, kid. Yeah, you're right, Pops. The Steel Samurai had just escaped from the clutches of the villain. So I held up my camera to take a picture. But the lens wouldn't open in time, so I missed it. That's all that happened. Yup. Anything strange in that testimony, Mr. Wright? Not sure. I'd like to proceed with the cross-examination anyway. Yeah, you're right, Pops. Don't think that... Yeah, no point. Steel Samurai had just escaped from the clutches of the villain. So you did see the beginning of the fight? Yeah. Did you notice anything unusual? Guess the Steel Samurai was moving a little strange? Moving? Strangely? I held up my camera to take a picture. Why couldn't you take a picture? My new camera has too many buttons. I couldn't figure it out. Tried to take a picture. I really tried. But the lens wouldn't open in time, so I missed it. Was it the lens? When the lens opened, what did you see? Oh, well, a person on the ground and the Steel Samurai? That's all that happened. Yep. There's gotta be more. That's all? Yeah, I told you, I didn't take a picture. I would have, once I got that lens open. Did you really not take a picture? Not even one? Yeah, definitely gonna press him hard. No, he definitely would have taken a picture. There's got to be something here I can use. Cody? Listen up, Cody Hackins. I know exactly what happened that day. You took a picture. Bullseye. How did you know? I see through all your lies, Cody Hackins. It's one of my powers. Wow. This feels great. Yeah, I took a picture. Perhaps you can change your testimony to reflect this, Cody. I took a few shots, but it was too late, so I erased them. You erased them? Yeah. Why would you erase a picture of your beloved Steel Samurai victorious? Well, you know, why would I want to keep a picture like that? Becoming less and less cooperative. Because you have a whole scrapbook of the Steel Samurai victorious! Better find a clear contradiction soon, or some solid evidence. How can I pick holes in such a short testimony? Must be something. Dig up the dirt, Phoenix. Yeah, you're right, Pops. Steel Samurai had just escaped from the clutches of the villain, so I held up my camera to take a picture. But the lens wouldn't open in time, so I missed it. Is this where I present the book? It's gotta be, because... You would definitely take a picture. This evidence clearly reveals the contradiction in that statement. But just... They aren't, are they? Oh. I think that won me any points. Yeah. It didn't open in time, so I missed it. I took a few shots, but it was too late, so I... Oh yes, this is where... It's like, no, you did not erase them. Why would you erase them? Cody? Oh. Yeah, every time you say Cody, you follow it with something bad. Just wanted to thank you for giving me this the other day. Huh? Oh, right. What was it you told me then? Go to every live performance. I always take a picture when the Steel Samurai lands the final blow. Wazam! I got them all. I never missed one. A perfect collection. Cody, did you really get a picture of the Steel Samurai standing victorious over his foe? Or if you did, I find it hard to believe that you would just erase it. Wouldn't you keep it for your album? Mr. Wright, what exactly is this album? It's called Path to Glory. It's a collection of pictures of the Steel Samurai, all taken by Cody Hackins. He claims it's a perfect collection of every battle the Steel Samurai has won. I see. Don't you find this very odd, Your Honor? Amongst all of his pictures of the Steel Samurai, none were taken that day. Or, Mr. Wright, have you an explanation? The Steel Samurai had just defeated his adversary. I certainly would expect to see a picture of it in this album. Exactly my point, Your Honor. No, wait! No, wait! Phoenix? I think we finally discovered the truth. And what a truth it is! Mia, are we sure about this? Did he actually... Yes. Pretty sure what you're thinking is right. I want to know what Phoenix is thinking! Tell them, Phoenix. Tell them what the truth is. Right? Please explain to the court what is going on here. Why is there no picture in the album from the day of the murder? Why would the boy have erased the photos he took? Yeah, the Steel Samurai didn't win. That's why he erased them. Because the Steel Samurai was the one on the ground. I can't think of only one reason, Your Honor. The Steel Samurai didn't win. That's why Cody deleted those photos. You mean the Steel Samurai lost? Well, Cody, I'm right, aren't I? Tell the truth. The bad guy defeated the Steel Samurai. No, it's impossible! The Steel Samurai never loses! He never loses to anyone, ever! Your Honor? Witness has revealed everything with his words. There is a reason why he lied and told us he didn't take a picture. Same reason he erased his precious photos. For Cody, it was inconceivable that the Steel Samurai could be defeated. However, Cody witnessed the impossible. He saw the Steel Samurai lose. Yet to admit what he saw would destroy everything he believed in. That's why he lied and said the Steel Samurai won. He couldn't handle the truth. Order! I will have order! Cody? Is this true? What did you see? Tell the court what you saw. Poor little kid. Cody, that day you saw the Steel Samurai lose a fight, right? Okay, you're right! The Steel Samurai fell down, then he didn't move. Order! What kind of stunt are you trying to pull, Wright? The Steel Samurai was the murderer, not the victim. It was Hammer dressed up as a Steel Samurai at Studio 2. I still don't know who came out, but that's why but that Hammer was inside that costume. Or I think his name was Hammer? The co-star, the guy that died, was inside that costume, not the defendant. He fell down onto that fence thing I noticed earlier, and that's what killed him. According to your witness's testimony, the Steel Samurai was the one who fell. Oh, yep, my tracking died. Okay. I need to plug... I forgot to plug in my phone. It was telling me it's almost 20% power. So Okay, all fixed. Okay, what's going on? Apparently, we have all made a serious error. An error. To some. The Steel Samurai was the victim. Like I just figured out. To understand what really happened, it's actually quite simple. End of the fight, the Steel Samurai fell to the ground and lay still. In other words, the Steel Samurai was not the killer. He was the victim. Don't you see? Jack Hammer was the Steel Samurai. And he would have known about the limp. He just wouldn't have known that he was going to die. Well, the Steel Samurai in this photograph, you're saying the man in this costume was the victim, Mr. Jack Hammer. That's what I'm saying, Your Honor. Jack Hammer was present at the action scene run-through that morning. Thus, he obviously knew about Will Powers' foot injury. But wait, hadn't Mr. Hammer gone to Studio 1 already? That's what everyone thought. But remember what Mrs. Oldbeg said in her testimony? On the day of the murder, I arrived at the guard station at 1 o'clock. Did I see poor old Hammer? Nope. He'd already gone to the studio before I got back to the guard station. Mr. Jack Hammer left the employee area after lunch. However, no one saw him going to Studio 1. Nor was there a picture of him. He waited for Mr. Powers to take a nap in his dressing room. Then he snuck into the dressing room and stole the Steel Samurai costume. But why would the victim do such a thing? I don't know. I get it. I thought that the Steel Samurai was moving strange. So it was a different person inside the suit. Pops! Huh, me? What? Actually, there's one piece of data I saved. Data? Yeah, a photo on my digital camera. What? Show us quick. No way, man. Not if you're gonna look at me like that. Now. Here. This is it. See? Studio 2! 2! Well, looking at this, it's still a little hard to say. I'm afraid that it could be anyone in that costume. Your opinion, Mr. Wright? I agree, Your Honor. This isn't decisive evidence. Yes, it is! It was at Studio 2! Not 1! 2! See? There's 2s! I'm sorry. This doesn't look like it's the proof we need. I'll give it back. Wait, Phoenix. Look at that photo once more. That photo is all the evidence you need to win this trial. Your Honor, may I see that photo once more, please? Certainly. Don't see why not. Phoenix, show him. It's a glaring, decisive inconsistency with the facts you know about in that photo. The inconsistency in the photo. Take that! I think it's here. Seems like even more confidence than usual. I suppose that's because I'm not confident about it at all. Your case, Mr. Wright. Yes, please, Your Honor. That's clearly a 2! The other one kind of looks like this. Look at this. I see a gate. I'm going to draw your attention to the number on that gate. The number? Yes. Well, it's hard to see, but it looks like a 2. Clearly not a 1, Your Honor. Correct? I believe Mr. Edgeworth sees what I'm getting at. But that's impossible! saw this way, so I might be shocked along with the rest of the court. Dude! Get a notebook and take notes. So you can understand that all this time we've been talking about he died at Studio 1, Studio 1, Studio 1, Studio 1. And now we're saying 2. Okay? Use the studio guide map. Body was found here in Studio 1. However, what do we see in this photo taken at the time of the murder? It does not say 1 on the gate of that photo. Your Honor, here is the true scene of the crime. Hey! Her at Studio 2. That would explain the 2 in the gate photo. Your Honor, I find it very significant that the murder took place at Studio 2. The trailers. As you may recall, there's a trailer in Studio 2. On that day, a meeting was held in that very trailer. There's a break in the meeting correspondence to the time of the death. During that break, Mr. Salmonella and Ms. D. Vasquez were outside eating steak. They were at the scene of the crime. The path to the trailer was blocked. So we have heard. The path was blocked at 2:15. In other words, the victim went to Studio 2 before that time. Yes, so I suppose that would be the case. Remember, Mr. Salmonella's testimony? Allow me to remind the court. I said no one in the trailer was guilty because they could not have gone to Studio 1. Yet in actuality, the reverse was true. Only someone in the trailer could have committed this murder. They were the only ones with access to the scene of the crime, Studio 2. The defense makes the following claims. The scene of the crime was Studio 2. The person that the security guard Ms. Oldbag saw was the victim, Mr. Jack Hammer. Mr. Hammer, for some reason, stole a steel samurai costume. Then he went to Studio 2. This is madness. Hammer is the victim! The victim! Why would he steal a steel samurai costume? Maybe because he wanted to be the star? He didn't want to be the co-star. He didn't want to be the bad guy. He wanted to be the star. He wanted to be the one kids idolize. Are you suggesting he did so to cover up the details of his own murder? No, because I don't think he knew he was going to die. Well, no, of course not. Or do you have proof? Give me proof that the victim, Jack Hammer, stole the costume. Well... as of right now, I don't think we have proof. I think we need to investigate more. At least for proof that Hammer was the one in the costume. Right now, it's just with the evidence we have, that is the only logical conclusion. So I think we have to go with I don't have proof. I'm pretty sure I don't have anything like that. Phoenix, even if you're not 100% sure about this, you have to try. I think you got proof that's good enough to win them over. Just go for it. All or nothing. Sister, actually, I do have proof. Proof that Jack Hammer stole the costume. Is it the sleeping pills? Yeah, somebody... yeah, yeah, I think it's the sleeping pills for this proof. That's why Powers was dead asleep, because somebody gave him sleeping pills. This is it. An empty medicine bottle. Found this on the table in the employee area. The same table where Mr. Hammer and Mr. Powers ate. The label reads, sleeping pills. Sleeping pills? The defendant, Mr. Powers, spent that afternoon sleeping. He was drugged by Mr. Hammer. Wait a moment. That bottle does raise some suspicions, yes. But there's no proof that Mr. Hammer used it. Your Honor, I have an idea. Okay. Yes, fingerprint the bottle. Examine the body. Testing the blood is not going to work at this point because they would have worked their way out of the system. I'm pretty sure. Fingerprinting the bottle would presumably have Hammer's fingerprints if he didn't wear gloves or something. I don't know what examining Hammer's body would do. So I'm going to go with fingerprint the bottle because that one makes the most sense. And idea. It's here. I want you to check this bottle for fingerprints. My claim is true. Mr. Hammer's fingerprints should show up on this bottle. Suppose you're right. Very well. The court will take possession of the bottle. This court will suspend proceedings on the current trial for today. Cody Hackins' testimony has revealed new possibilities in this case. In fact, things may have happened very differently than we previously thought. Steel Samurai, seen by Mrs. Oldbag, may have been the victim, Jack Hammer. The scene of the crime was not Studio 1, but Studio 2. And those in the trailer did have time to commit murder. Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor? Your homework is to find the answer to the following question. Why would Mr. Hammer steal the Steel Samurai costume? Also, who killed him and why? Find the answers for me by tomorrow. It's a lot of homework. Edgeworth? You will need to reconsider your stance in this case. Above all, you will need to reconsider your suspicion of Mr. Will Powers. As you say, Your Honor. This trial will be extended until tomorrow. This is the last extension. Very well. Court is adjourned. That was a close one. We were saved by a hair, but that's all that counts. Thought seriously about going home about 3 times during the trial. Me too. Really? You both seem so confident. Maybe I should take up a career in acting. I was ready to pronounce you dead about 3 times back there. Me too. Dead? Ho ho ho, of course, we're kidding. Are you sure? I wasn't kidding. Now, Mr. Powers, you have to go make our final investigation. But I promise you, we'll find the true killer by tomorrow's trial. Alright, thanks. Yes. Save. Pretty sure I haven't messed up so far, so sticking to the same save point. It was a close one, huh? Really? Too bad. I'm sorry I missed it. Maya? So, what happened? Well, I think I've got a pretty good idea who did it. And all I need is a motive and proof. Wow! Good going, Nick! Under the initial trial system tomorrow is the last day we have. Initial trial? What's that? That's the new court system they introduced 2 or 3 years ago. They had so many cases in the system, they decided to speed the whole process up. So under that system, trials have to end in 3 days? Yeah, pretty much. Well, we have no time to waste. Okay, need to go to the studio. Windbag sure is quiet today. You know, this place is really peaceful. Like this. Nick, I think her guard's down. Yeah. But we could even eat these donuts in the guard station if we wanted. You eat, you die. Woo! She's alive! Is there any point talking to her? Yes. I was wondering about Dee Vasquez, the producer. Oh, the studio bigwigs love her. Oh, she always gets her way. She seems bitter. Do you not like the producer? Look, the studio people don't want me talking about her, so sorry. Can I ask you about Sal Manila, the director? Sal? He's soft, a pushover. Does whatever Vasquez tells him to. She treats him like dirt, but I think he likes it. Huh? Why would anyone like being treated like dirt? Doesn't make any sense, does it, Nick? Well, okay. I don't think he actually likes being treated like dirt. I think he's used to it and thinks that's the best he can get. Or all that he deserves. And so he accepts being treated like dirt because he doesn't think anyone's ever going to treat him better than that. Or, no, it doesn't, Maya. About Mr. Hammer. Heard about what you said today. Cheeky whippersnapper. Poor old Hammer. You dragged his star down from the sky and stomp on it. Calling him a criminal? A thief? I won't forget this. She's really pissed. You listen to me, whippersnapper. My poor old Hammer would never do such a thing. Why would he steal Powers' costume so he could sneak by me? He would never stoop so low. It's impossible. Okay. Think back, Nick, to the day of the murder. Mr. Hammer put on the Steel Samurai costume. Then he left from here to go to Studio 2? Right. But why? Wonder if someone called him, like, the director or the producer? Hey, Nick, it's Ms. Vasquez. Hello. Hello! Should at least try to be polite. I'm watching the clouds. All she had to say, apparently. Okay, let's start by examining things around here. Yes. Light van for moving staff and equipment. But pretty good shape. No, we are not going for a drive. Just... Okay. Incinerator. I'll just put this one in. Cover and soot. Big two. All teary-eyed yet. That's their lunch. Nothing left on the plates. So they ate T-bone steaks too. Something wrong? I don't know. I'm feeling this funny feeling. Something about this just feels odd, you know? Can't say that I do. Yeah, why are their plates still here? Okay. Now, come on. Go right there. Some flowers here. Wow, so pretty. Karen, don't get too close. That fence looks dangerous. That's what I'm trying to notice. Except this thing is bent. Okay. Excuse me, Mr. Hammer came here on the day of the murder and... Shh. Perhaps you didn't hear me? I'm watching the clouds. I'm not interested in talking to you. Something next. Chicken. Oh dear. Mr. Powers wasn't the killer. You don't have to cancel the Steel Samurai. I think I'm tired of the Steel Samurai. You did it? Nick, she did it. She's the killer. Miss Faye Blood speaks to me. I know it. I know it. Oh dear. Oh, I was wondering if you could tell me about Mr. Manuela. She wants to talk about that man. Perhaps you could talk about it in his trailer? The trailer? By yourselves? Oh dear. Okay. Is there anything we can present to her that might get her talking? Yeah, that's the map. We'll try. Why are you showing that to me, Nick? Yeah, that's not going to do me any good. Okay. Still won't let me notice what I'm really positive is the cause of death. That's not cool. So, yes, can we go into the... Ooh, yeah. Can we go into the trailer? Yes, we can. Anything in here? Was it cleaning up yesterday? Still seems pretty messy in here. Still on the high from getting that rare card she needed. So where they have the meeting? Paper, cups. No. Anything here that could be a clue? Some paper cups and crumpled documents. Like they were designing a set to use for the Steel Samurai. Figures for how much the set costs. Spent that much money on those sets. Movie poster. Oh my god. Okay, I don't think what I need is in here, because just looking at all of these is what goes... Yeah, he wants to be back on top. He wants to be top billing, not... He wanted that back. That's why he took the Steel Samurai costume. That's all... Basically all I got right now. Okay, move. Otherwise, I need to find something to get her to talk. Can't imagine there being anything in Studio 1 that would get me anywhere. Well, let's go back to the main gate. Yeah, like I thought. The employee area. That's where you found the slotted cereals, right? Uh-huh. Wonder if there's any other clues lying around. Yeah. No, no touching! Oh, sorry, pal. Didn't mean to frighten you. Didn't mean I almost had a heart attack. I guess I can be a little dramatique at times. Suppose it's the actor in me? Dramatique indeed. Anyway, I'm here to examine the plate on that table. What are you looking for? Sleeping pills? Yeah, pal. Traces thereof. Did you find it? So, you're looking for traces of the pills. How? For a thorough examination, I gotta take the plate back to the precinct. But I have the capabilities to make a cursory examination right here. Our science guy gave me some testing solution. She actually these sleeping pills, see? If there are traces, it'll change color. Wow, neat. Come chew, what are you waiting for? Everything in due time, pal. Testing solution on the plate changed color, alright. Okay. So the food on this plate have been laced with sleeping pills. Looks like it. Okay. So that's this proof that somebody's food was laced with sleeping pills. And if we can tell which side of the table it was from that picture with them eating, we could tell whose plate it was. How does your... To tell the truth, it's a real mess, pal. Some people think we should pursue the case we already have against Powers. Some people think we should switch suspects. What do you think, Gumption? Well, pal, I hate to admit it, but I'm not sure I buy the case against Mr. Powers anymore. I feel kind of bad for Mr. Edgeworth, though. How is Edgeworth doing anyway? Mr. Edgeworth is out of control. He was in the waiting room and he crushed this paper cup with hot coffee in it. Talk about burns, pal! Wow, the fury of Edgeworth. Yeah, crushing paper cups, bottles. Say, whatever happened to that with that empty bottle? Oh, the bottle of sleeping pills? Well, got some good news for you about that. They found the victim, Jack Hammer's prints on the bottle. So that means... Yep, it sounded like the one who put Powers to sleep was none other than the victim. So I was right. Okay. Okay. Rains with employees lunch. Table minus a steak. Don't foresee any. Still lying here. I've seen wisdom at last. Well, if they fix it, I just kick it off again. Poor assistant. Okay. Definitely no reason to look at that. Okay. I think we got everything we would need to be looking at up here. If there's anything else in the dressing room. Rooms like this are kind of lonely. Soon he'll be fine. Yeah. Okay, so that's where his costume was. Somebody ate his snacks. Yeah, because the director ate them. His makeup. Where he was sleeping. Always have mirrors. Okay, that's just the mirror. I think this is the one for makeup. Yeah. 1, 2, 4. Nothing in. Okay, I think that's. There's nothing in here. It's locked. It's kind of dusty outside. Okay. Yeah, I didn't think so. And let's go double through present. Badge, the autopsy. Now no, that's not Powers. Sphere. Camera. Yeah. Okay. So let's move, because... See how she responds to glass. Miss Oldbeg, what do you think of this? Think? Not in the mood for thinking thank you very much. Okay. You don't have to be in the mood for thinking. We can go to the detention center. Or back to the office. I don't see a reason to go back to the office. Also don't see a reason to go back to Studio 1. Hopefully the lady will now talk to us and we can now notice that still won't let us notice the spike. Come on. Yeah, nothing there. Okay, you look. Okay, detention center is good. Can talk to your client. Yeah, I'm thinking that's what I'm going to have to do. 'Cause it's not letting me do anything here. At least not anything, any place that actually makes sense to go at this point. Maybe he can tell us something. Or I can show him the food and go, see, you were drugged. Mr. Wright, you did it very well. Thank you. Okay, thanks. Do you not look like you're about to burst into tears? Oh, Nick, you must have really robbed in there. Could you wipe that grin off your face? Hey, WP, only one day left. Let's make it count. Yeah, there's not really anything I can do to help. Not really sure what I can do either. This is no laughing matter. Vasquez. Could you tell me more about Vasquez? Oh, the producer? She's well respected in the industry. They say she's a genius. She's been at Global Studios for 5 years now? Right or wrong, nobody dares tell her different these days. Why is that? Ever since she came on board, we've had nothing but hits. Global Studios was on its knees, but she picked it up and made it shine. Oh, and what? Nothing, forget it. I've only heard rumors anyhow. Tell me anything about Mr. Manuela? He used to be a minor straight-to-video director. And something in his work caught Vasquez's eye. She brought the Steel Samurai idea to him. Now, everyone knows the name Sal Manila. Yeah? I hear he's pretty much all at her beck and call now. Whenever she says jump, he asks how high and all that. Him being at her beck and call, well, I can't imagine him jumping. I was wondering about Hammer? He's a big star back in the day, right? Then he just dropped off the face of the earth. Oh, yeah, you're right. In fact, he was my role model when I started in this business. But he just stopped taking on big roles. That's when he began appearing in little productions at Global. How could he do that? He was really looking forward to a sequel to Samurai Summer. He just gave up being a star 5 years ago. Actually, now that I think about it, that was right when Ms. Vasquez came to Global. 5 years ago. Okay, there's something going on there. Here. Excuse me. Thank you for showing me that whatever it is. I could think of some way for you to help you. Okay, he's not interested in the sleeping pills either. Okay. Let's go back to the studios then. Detention Center, Studio 1. Studio 2. Nothing more to say to her for right now. You still won't let me notice that? Can I present her stuff now? Nope, I can't. I better. I think I should be able to notice it now. Okay, so showing her stuff's not gonna work if showing her that didn't work. Go back. And nothing new for talking to her. Okay, I went... Since I came going to the detention center, no. But earlier, yeah, and... Okay. Yeah, there's nobody there when I went earlier. Hi, Penny. What are you doing here? Oh, I was just cleaning up the dressing room. Guess WP won't be using it anymore, so... What? Why? But WP's innocent. Yes, and I'm really grateful for all you've done. But... this week is the last episode of the Steel Samurai. What? No! I was wondering if I could ask you about Mr. Hammer? Yeah? On the day of the murder, he went to Studio 2. Huh? Thought he went to Studio 1. He stole the Steel Samurai costume too. What? Why would Mr. Hammer do something like that? Oh. I guess the rumor must be true then. The rumor? Yeah. Miss Vasquez, that producer, had some kind of hold on Hammer. She had some dirt on him. He'd do anything, she said, apparently. Some dirt? What dirt? Dirt? You know, bad stuff. I know what dirt means. Well, 5 years ago, they were filming a movie starring Mr. Hammer. They were using the new studio, Studio 2. Some sort of accident happened during filming. After that, they never used Studio 2 again. They left the film set the way it was, too. Film set. Is that trailer part of the film set, then? What do you mean, the last Steel Samurai? I know it's a shock, but nothing can be done to save it now. Whoever really did kill Mr. Hammer also signed the Steel Samurai's death warrant. Also, I hear that Global Studios is going to change its programming. They're not going to make kids shows anymore. I don't know. It's sad. That's what Global Studios decided. Accident 5 years ago? Yes, in Studio 2. That trailer there was part of the film set. Could you tell us what happened? Sorry, I don't think I can. They really don't want us to talk about it. Why aren't they going to make kid shows anymore? See how bigwigs don't want the Steel Samurai around anymore. They want to forget all this ever happened. They want it quiet, you understand? How can they just do that? What about all the kids who love the Steel Samurai? It's okay. I'm sure the kids will be fine. They'll find a new hero to follow. No, that can't be true. If the program just ends, they'll be heartbroken for sure. Nick, say something. Yeah? I think evidence rather than words is called for here. Here, take a look at this. Perfect. And this... a fan collected all of these photographs. The kids love the Steel Samurai. The show shouldn't be cancelled just so some adults can save face. I would think you would understand that better than anyone. You're right. Okay. But what can I do? Well, for starters, you can tell me something. Tell me what it is that Global Studios is so intent on hiding. Tell me about this accident 5 years ago. Okay. Here's what happened. Well, I can tell you what I've heard. Apparently, 5 years ago, someone died. And it was Hammer's fault. Someone died? It was an accident, of course. Anyway, the producer, Ms. Vasquez, managed to hush it up. And that's the dirt she had on Mr. Hammer. And that's why Mr. Hammer wouldn't do anything Ms. Vasquez asked him to do. But it was an accident, right? Why don't they just make it public? Well, you know, Mr. Hammer was a big star back then. They were afraid about what would happen to his career if word got out. I see. You know, who knows more about this? Ms. Oldbag. She was here at the studios back then, you know. Thanks. We'll try asking her, if she'll talk. Okay. So, now to the security guard. Okay, main gate. What, you're still slinking around? If you like the place so much, why don't you just take over for me? The old windbag doesn't look so good. Everybody's doing their darndest to forget Hammer. What do they think made Global Studios what it is today? Hammer! It's all due to Hammer! Starting to froth at the mouth, Nick. We should keep a safe distance. No, we need to talk to her more. 5 years ago, lady. Tell us what you know. I wanted to ask you about 5 years ago. Somebody not happy. We're told. Who did you hear that from? Nichols! Nichols! Nichols, Nick, Penny, Nichols. That assistant we talked to. Oh, right. Anyway, we heard about the accident. Mystery filming with Jack Hammer. He killed a man, didn't he? Whippersnappers! Dredging up dirt on someone's past like that, and the recently departed no less. Suppose you think this is fun. No, I'm just doing my job to protect Mr. Powers. And you claim that Hammer stole Powers' costume? You expect me to believe that rubbish? Or do you have some kind of proof? Proof that Hammer stole Powers' costume. Well, don't really have proof, but we kind of do. Best we got is the plate laced with sleeping pills and his fingerprints. Showbag, but I do have proof. Proof that Mr. Hammer stole the costume. So it's a bottle of sleeping pills. Mr. Hammer's fingerprints on it. What does that prove? Sure, old Hammer had some sleepless nights. Should prove that he used those pills on Powers. Powers ate a T-bone steak for lunch, correct? Well, yes, so? This is a plate that he used to eat that steak. There are traces of sleeping pill powder on the plate. Now she's speechless. I see. Poor Hammer. You did wrong, Hammer. Rest your soul. Mrs. Oldbag? Okay, you win. I'll talk. I'm tired, see? Tired of holding it all in. Miss Oldbag? You're right. 5 years ago, there was an accident. A fatal accident. What's worse, a paparazzi took a photo of it. That photo, well, it caused quite a stir. And guess who made it all better? Vasquez. She has ties to the mafia. She silenced that paparazzi. That was the beginning. After that, she became a force to be reckoned with here at the studio. I see. But you have to understand. Poor old Hammer never meant any harm to anyone. Miss Oldbag? Hold on a minute. Poor Miss Oldbag. Here, take this. A photograph? Yeah, see? No. Wait a second. This is the picture? Is this the trailer in Studio 2? Hammer was supposed to fight with the bad guy on the top of those stairs here. He pushed the other actor and the man fell onto the flower box fence. But how did you get this? This was a long time ago. I don't feel much like talking about it. I understand. This accident. So, okay, in that picture, Hammer's not the dead person on the fence. Somebody else is. But Hammer died the same way. I'm positive of it. Very positive. Let's start with examine. Hey. No, will you? Still not letting me. And it still won't let me talk to her. Maybe if I present her the photo. Okay, where? What? Where did you get that? Well, old bag. Old. She means the security lady? Ms. Oldbagnick? Right. Anyway. Ms. Vasquez. You hid this incident from the press, didn't you? And you used it to control Mr. Hammer. The wind. The huh? It's gotten stronger, don't you think? The wind. Your conversation interests me. Let's talk about it more inside the trailer. Nick, she went inside the trailer. I'm okay with inside the trailer. You came. Well then, what was that you were talking about? I should let you here to talk all of a sudden. Vasquez? You were using that accident. You were blackmailing Mr. Hammer so you could control him. Weren't you? And that's possibly her, basically right here. This lady would possibly. I think Hammer is this one holding the tennis racket, but don't know who this guy is. That's why he was doing kid shows for petty change. So I'm a blackmailer now? Well, that's what it was, wasn't it? I mean, sure, it was an accident, but you used it to drag Mr. Hammer down from his rightful place as a star. Oh, I hadn't pulled anyone down from anywhere. Mr. Hammer's career went sour on its own accord. But you were the cause. You pressured him. And to think it was just an accident. Excuse me? What is this all about? You keep saying accident, accident. How are you so sure? What do you mean? Must I spell everything out for you? Think. What would it be if it wasn't an accident? Intentional. No. No way. I mean, Mr. Hammer did it on purpose? That is what I mean. Well, where's your proof? Can you prove it? Just think. Would he have let me run his life for 5 years over a mere accident? And I ran him hard, believe you me. But the security lady said it was an accident. Oh, well, she was a big fan of Hammer's, you see? She jumped on the reporter who brought that photo into the studio. She wrenched it out of his hand, she did. Gave him a few bruises, too. So that's why she had the photo. She's an old fool. Of course, all a reporter would need is the negatives. He could have made a copy, but he didn't. The only copy of that photo is the one you hold. Give it to me, now. What? This is valuable evidence. Boys! That's a lot of people all of a sudden! Who are they? Professionals. They're good at erasing various things. What do you think? Would you like to be erased? What? The trial ends tomorrow? How unfortunate. It's a shame you'll have to miss it. Tell me why. Why do you want this photograph so badly? This is Mr. Hammer's dirt, no? Why should D. Vasquez care about it at all? I'm sure you'll have plenty of time to think about that where you're going. So long, friends. Boys, erase away. No! Hold it right there. I heard everything, pal. These Vasquez, you're coming down to the precinct with me, now. Not bad. Very well. It appears this contest will be decided tomorrow then, in court. I'll be looking forward to it. Hey, you okay, pal? Sorry I was a little late with my entrance. Didn't get many chances to practice that sort of thing. Detective Gumshoe? Thank you. Thank you, thank you. I was really scared. Oh, don't mention it, pal. Just doing my job. Detective Gumshoe? Sorry, it's just I've wanted to say that line ever since I became a detective. Okay, I got one more job to do today. I'm sure we'll run into each other again soon. Sure you're a pivotal person in this game? I'm pretty sure you'll be in the next trial as well. Looks like we're getting close to the bottom of this. And who's at the bottom? D. Vasquez. Still won't let me notice that. Okay. A little water. It's like 10:30. So, yes. Okay, so do we go through the next day of court or call it a night? 'Cause I kind of want to do the next day in court and get it so that we're starting stream with the beginning of the case instead of after the first initial investigation. That's my own personal thoughts. Anybody else have any disagreements? Cat? What do you think, Max? Well, the cat's not disagreeing. He's like, whatever. Yeah, that would not be a bad thing, is how long, because if it's going to be really long, then yeah, but I believe the first part of the trial, or at least the part we did today, was about an hour. So hopefully it's no more than that. Although I might need more water, because I have 4 longer pages to walk through. How much was the trial we did earlier today? How many pages to walk through? Although I think I can go save at any point. So if it starts to be too long... Well, Jupiter, if you could get me more water, that would be nice. Because this thing's like empty. And then we'll go on... Yeah, it'll go on to at least get this trial started. We'll see how far go before it's like I can't do or need to call it a night. Okay. That is the plan for the moment. Nobody at the witness stand. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Will Powers. Execution is ready. The green apple one. Today will be the final day of this trial. I hope both the prosecution and the defense will be able to present decisive evidence. Mr. Edgeworth, your opening statement. Yesterday's session, the defense presented us with a new theory for this case. Claims the scene of the crime was, in fact, Studio 2. Today, I will call on people present in the Studio 2 trailer that day. From their testimonies, the truth will become clear. Very well. Edgeworth seems a bit on edge today. Call your first witness, Edgeworth. Mr. calls Ms. D. Vasquez to the stand. D. Vasquez is a producer who was present in the Studio 2 trailer that day. Will the witness state her name and occupation? B. Vasquez. I'm a producer for Global Studios. On the day of the murder, you're in the trailer in Studio 2. As everyone here knows, yes. I dislike needless banter. You must pontificate. Do it when I'm not here. Very well, Miss Vasquez. Please give the court your testimony concerning the day of the murder. Nick, I know she did it. Make her pay. Right. She's guilty. I'll catch her with her pants down, so to speak. I entered the trailer. Oh, a little before noon. The meeting began at 12 o'clock sharp. It ended at 4 o'clock. There was to be a rehearsal afterwards, so we went to Studio 1. I was fatigued, so I had Sal take me. At 2:30, we took a 15-minute break in the meeting. Sal and I ate T-bone steaks on the table in front of the trailer. We found Hammer's body later, and we all went to Studio 1. That's all. I have a question about one part of your testimony. You were fatigued, so you had Sal take you? The van. There's a van at Studio 2. I had him take me in that. Thought it might be risky to walk with that monkey's head toppling over. And they used that to move the body. I see. Very well. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination? Battle, Nick. Let's do it. I entered the trailer, well, a little before noon. Are you by yourself? Yes. And you didn't stop in the employee area? No. Are you always this terse? Yes. Oh dear. The meeting began at 12 o'clock sharp. It ended at 4 o'clock. Did no one leave during the meeting? No one. Come on, let's talk a bit more about that. The witness did not come here to engage in idle conversation. Stop interrupting the testimony. Same could be said to you, Mr. Edgeworth. And please, stop banging on your little desk. It hurts my ears. There was to be a rehearsal afterwards, so we went to Studio 1. And when exactly was that? I've forgotten. Maybe you could try remembering? Nope. The meeting ended at 4 o'clock, and the rehearsal was scheduled for 5 o'clock. I think it was between those times. You would think. Come on, all you did was state the obvious, Edgeworth. I was fatigued, so I had Sal take me. Hold on. You had Sal take you. What does that mean? It means what I just said. Had Sal take me in the Studio 2 van. Oh, right. At 2:30, we took a 15-minute break in the meeting. And what were you doing during that time? Don't hit your desk. It irritates me. Yeah, Mr. Wright. Oops. There was a 15-minute break. Sal and I ate T-bone steaks at the table in front of the trailer. Do you have someone who can verify this? Sal? No, I mean someone else. One person is enough. She committed murder during that break. She wouldn't have had time to eat a T-bone steak. I had some evidence that proved she didn't eat that steak. Well, Nick, find anything? Kinda wish she'd said a little more. It's hard. I think she's pretty used to being the boss. I'm sure you'll find some contradiction in what she said somewhere. Entered the trailer a little before noon. Okay, what do we have? Okay, the van, which you're gonna need later. Steak, like sleeping pill, the old picture, camera, book, head, from 2:15 to 4. A little before noon. At 12, ended at 4. Rehearsal afterwards. Fatigued, so I had Sal take me. 15. They ate T-bones, and I need proof that she didn't eat her steak, which I do not have. And when I press, she says Sal can verify it. But Sal is under her control. Silkwood Lion Court. I believe so, at least once, but maybe... And they were clean, no bones. And they didn't get entered into evidence. Did I miss something? I need to go back, because I didn't do another save point because I... Okay. What we got that was new was, well, it's a 5-year-old picture, which doesn't seem like it would be relevant at this particular point in time. That hammer has fingerprints on the sleeping pill bottle. Steak plate, which is the one Powers was eating off of with sleeping powder pills, and we just got Van. Plate was clean, no bones. What? How do I go? But there's no bones on the plate, and for other ones, maybe I have to present that to go, but there's no bones on your plate. I'm gonna try that. I gotta... Ha. As I thought. You claim you ate a T-bone steak. But I say you did not. What's this now, Mr. Wright? Look at this. It's a plate. This plate was on the table in the employee area. As you can see, a large bone has been left behind. Mr. Wright, need I remind you? It was a T-bone steak. Exactly my point. Remember, if you will. Ms. Vasquez and Mr. Manuela ate at the table outside the trailer. Yet, there were no bones left on the plates. The plates were bare. Ms. Vasquez? Tell me, how can a person eat a T-bone steak and not leave the bone? I think I know how. The bone? She ate a boneless steak? You did. You either a boneless steak or you didn't eat the steak. But there's also that incinerator there. Like, you didn't eat any steak during that break. You took your steak and threw it somewhere, like that incinerator. Okay, I see. Then what was Ms. Vasquez doing during her break? Isn't it obvious, Your Honor? Still possibly picking on Sal somewhat, but yeah, meeting the Steel Samurai. She was meeting with the Steel Samurai. Order. Are you saying... Yes, Your Honor. As Ms. Vasquez left the trailer to eat her steak, she ran into the Steel Samurai. And then you did it. You killed him with your own hands. Mr. Wright, yeah. Ate the bones is... Yeah, that's a little far out. They're very, very hard to eat. Isn't that a little presumptuous? What kind of stunt are you trying to pull, Wright? Let him claim what he wants. You say I did it? Yes. Fascinating. And here I was worrying that today would be as boring as all the rest. Very well. Let's have a battle of wits, you and I. Any day, Vasquez. Good luck, Nick. You're gonna need it! Let's see. What was that murder weapon again? Oh yes, the samurai spear. Yes. I am, as you can see, a woman of petite stature. How could I possibly use that heavy spear as a weapon? You'd use the fence, not the spear. I think you would have a great deal of difficulty using that as a weapon. Pretty much anyone would. You see? Yes. However, that has no bearing on this case. Meaning? The samurai spear was not the murder weapon. What? What is the meaning of this? The spear was found lying next to the victim's body. I have proof, Your Honor. Prove that the samurai spear was not used as the murder weapon. I need the 5-year-old photo. Wrong, Mr. Wright. I haven't said anything yet. Know you well enough by now to know you're going to present the wrong evidence. Since it too with my fey blood. Pick the wrong evidence. Enough with all the sensing. Right, okay, here's the real evidence, Your Honor. It was not used as the murder weapon. It mended with duct tape. That's probably it. Present my proof. The so-called murder weapon. But it is the murder weapon? Not so fast. Remember that the spear broke during the morning's action scene run-through. But someone fixed the spear. It was the security lady. She fixed it with duct tape. Now tell me, how is that possible for someone to stab a man who is wearing a thick costume with this through the chest? Okay, get in there. Order, order, order. Mr. Wright, what are you driving at? Think about what you're... Silence. I'm the one testifying here, and I will be heard. Are you quite sane? Are you even aware of what you're saying? The samurai sword was not the murder weapon, then pray tell what was? How was Hammer killed? Well, Mr. Wright, can you tell us what weapon was used to kill Hammer? Would I make a claim like that if I couldn't tell you what the weapon was? Afraid your confidence can sometimes be unfounded, Mr. Wright. Well, let's see this murder weapon then. 5-year-old photo! Yeah, I'm pretty confident it is not. Look at this photo. What is this? Why, that's Jack Hammer standing at the top of the stairs. Order, order. Cannot have order. If I cannot have order, this trial will be suspended. Mr. Wright, what is this all about? This photograph is from 5 years ago. There was an unfortunate accident at Global Studios. This is a photo of that very accident. Not a word of this was leaked to the outside. There's a close-kept secret at the studios. What does this have to do with the current case? Mr. Edgeworth? You still can't see it? See the fallen man in this photo? See how the fence post pierced him through the chest? What are you saying? Yes. What happened 5 years ago has happened again. Mr. Wright continued. It's 2:30 p.m. on the day of the murder. Ms. D. Vasquez meets Jack Hammer outside of the Studio 2 trailer. Then she did it. She pushed Mr. Hammer off the stairs onto the fence. Just like Mr. Hammer had himself done 5 years ago. Though whether she did it on purpose or by accident, I cannot say. In other words, the victim, Mr. Hammer, he died in the same way that he caused another man to die. 5 years ago. Yes, precisely. Ironic, isn't it? Well, very creative, Mr. Wright. I could use a man like you on my script writing staff. Deny that what I said is true? Mr. Wright, let's say, for the sake of argument, that Hammer died at the trailer as you say. Yet the body was found in Studio 1, was it not? And in the evil magistrate's costume, no less. Are you then claiming that I carried the body to Studio 1 and returned to the trailer, all in the space of a 15-minute break? How could I have disposed of the body? Break in the meeting of the trailer lasted 15 minutes, from 2:30 to 2:45. Could Jack Hammer have been pushed off the stairs to his death, and carried to Studio 1 and placed inside his costume? There wasn't enough time. Indeed. Well, Mr. Wright, how could she have dealt with the body? She had another way. She used the van after the Mr. Monkey's head was pulled out of the way. Or she had another way to carry the body, other than with her own hands. For instance, actually, for that matter, there was no need for her to do the deed in 15 minutes. There was a way for you to carry that body. Interesting. Let's hear it then. Mr. Wright, please show us how she carried the body. Vasquez carried the body to Studio 1, and you used the studio van to do it. She's like, "You're figuring this out! Call your testimony." There to be a rehearsal afterwards, so we went to Studio 1. I was fatigued, so I had Sal take me. There's a van there, right? I had Sal drive me. He used the van to carry the body to Studio 1. Then, before everyone else got there, he put the body into the magistrate costume. Hold on, Wright. Don't forget, it was Sal Manila that drove the van. Are you suggesting that Mr. Manila was his conspirator? Yeah, he was there. Of course, he had to have been a conspirator. The body had to be placed in the van and put into the costume. There's no way Miss Vasquez could have done that alone. Also, don't forget that they had to dispose of the Steel Samurai costume. They had to because it was covered in Mr. Hammer's blood. They probably burned it in that small incinerator. Well, Miss Vasquez, shall I continue? No need. You're smarter than you look, Mr. Wright. I lose, you win. It was fun. I win? Everybody's like, what the hell? So what happens next? Don't me. Don't you have anything to say? What would you like me to say? Huh? I lost? Something like that? I just said that. Wait. So you mean, D. Vasquez. So it was you. You killed Jack Hammer. Who can say? Huh? Are you sure I did, Mr. Wright? You just engaged in a battle of wits. The result of that battle, you proved the possibility that I murdered Hammer. Right. But that is only a possibility. Proof is another thing altogether. You like decisive proof, Mr. Wright. What? What? Or Mr. Edgeworth, your thoughts? Of course it is as the witness says. Certainly it does seem very likely she did it, but there's no proof. Edgeworth isn't sure? Well, came here as a witness today. If you have no more questions, I'll be leaving. What do I do now? Do I get her to testify again? Or just say you did it? Because it's definitely not no further questions. Because if it's no further questions, then what's the point? I'm like, oh, you did it because Maya's sure it's her. She's definitely, if at the very least, was a conspirator, because it's only her and Sal were there, other than her eraser boys. They were probably there too. She could have called on them. But you didn't really need that when you got gravity on your side. So, Ms. Vasquez, you did it. That wasn't a question. Did you do it? No. Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor. Not sure that question helped this court get any closer to a verdict. What do I do now? Okay, I'll make her testify again, because, yeah, that didn't help. I'd like you to testify again. Testify again? No one to give up, Mr. Wright. Think about it. Even if I were to testify again, what's the point? I can only say what I said before. The truth, Mr. Wright. I already said all there is to say. What happened if I said it again? You'd ask the same questions, get the same answers. A waste of time. Damn. So far, only to fail. As it seems there are no further questions, I'd like to end the cross-examination of Ms. Vasquez. Yes, Mr. Edgeworth? I was hoping to come up with a question while I was objecting, Your Honor. I didn't. I see. Very well. Your Honor, I request that the witness testify again. You are the prosecutor, are you not? Why are you badgering me? I'm your witness. I just want to hear your testimony again. Does this make any sense to you, Your Honor? I don't see what we have anything to gain by repeating the last several minutes. Mr. Edgeworth, I too see little point in making Ms. Vasquez repeat herself. What exactly did you want her to testify about? Well, yes, indeed, verily I say, ergo. I want to hear about what happened after they found the body. After they found the body? Very well. Witness will testify to the court concerning this matter. Nick. Why did Edgeworth... Who knows? He probably realized she did it too. But wasn't he the one that said he always gets a guilty verdict? After all that? Edgeworth? Okay. I was with Sal and Oldbag, the security lady, when we found the body. The assistant was there too. Only Powers was absent. I immediately called the police. Then Powers showed up. The security lady, Oldbag, was quite agitated, pointing at Powers saying, "He did it!" I asked to be left out of the proceedings. I went back to the trailer to get my script and direction notes. Then I went home. I see no issues raised by this testimony. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination? Okay, Nick, we're close, real close. She may be acting tough now, but if you put her on the spot, she's sure to falter. Find the key you need and twist the truth out of her. Right. There. I was with Sal and Oldbag, security lady, when we found the body. What time was that? We were to meet at 5 o'clock for the rehearsal, so I'd say it was then. When exactly did you and Mr. Maniela arrive at the studio? About 10 minutes before. I wasn't stuffing any bodies into costumes, mind you. Where were the other employees when you got to the studio? They weren't there yet. Well, then you could have put Hammer in that costume with Salmonella's help. Oh, what did I just say? Did I not just say I wasn't stuffing any bodies into any costumes? You should try to listen to what people are saying, boy. Boy? Okay. Assistant when there's two. Only Powers was absent. Powers was taking a nap, correct? So he says. Did no one go to call him? Remember. Remember what? There was a dead body lying in front of us. Can't you expect me to be calm? Certainly seemed calm enough when I accused you of murder. Wait a second. Wouldn't that be the other way around? The other way around? You discovered a murdered body, and one person was missing, right? Wouldn't you normally go looking for the missing person? I have to agree with the defense on this one. Well, Ms. Vasquez? Logically speaking, perhaps? No one there was thinking very logically, I assure you. Also, without a steel samurai costume, Powers doesn't really stand out. We often left him on the bus when shooting at location. No one noticed he was missing. Poor Powers. I suppose that explains that. Very well, Ms. Vasquez. You may continue. Nearly called the police. Then Powers showed up. What was everyone else doing at that time? No one said a thing. It was silent. Completely silent. We stood there until Powers finally arrived on the scene. Sorry, I'm late. Then, silence. Dead silence. Silence. Hey, Nick, why is everyone so quiet? Someone should do something to lighten things up. Security lady was quite agitated, pointing at Powers saying, "He did it!" Old bag. Security lady. Why did the security lady think Powers had done it? She said because she saw him going toward the studio. Right. Steel samurai. Did the detective arrest Mr. Powers based solely on the security lady's word? Perhaps not. She seems to have also given the detective that photograph. Of course, I heard all this after the fact. Photograph, meaning the one taken by the security camera. She's not known for exhibiting the best sense of judgment when it comes to Hammer. Don't think there's anything in there I can use. It has to be left out of the proceedings. You asked to be left out? Yes. It seemed that everyone else was questioned. And I'm really not fond of that sort of thing. But you can't just decide who the police will and won't question. Thankfully, the studio thinks otherwise. They were nice enough to understand that, since we were in a meeting, there was no way we could have been involved. Thus they covered for us. Covered for you. Or covered it up for you. Must have been a lot riding on it with all those bigwigs at the meeting. Sure, her professionals helped convince everyone it didn't require questioning. Back to the trailer to get my script and direction notes. The script and your direction notes? Yes, they're quite valuable. What would it do to have them stolen? Oh, guess not. Wait a second. I thought you came to Studio 1 for a rehearsal. Why didn't you bring your script and notes? Well, I was under the impression that we wouldn't be able to rehearse anything. Why? There was a murder after all. Yes! Lady! You're saying you had nothing to do with it. If that's true, you didn't know there was a murder, so you would have brought your script and notes with you. And you... Who could think of rehearsing after that? Okay. Very well. Because... Your Honor, I have an objection to the witness's last statement. Huh? Think. Miss Vasquez said she didn't bring the script because there wouldn't be a rehearsal. Did you see what that means? She would have had to know about the murder before going to Studio One. Yeah, you just let that slip. That's on you, lady. You messed up. Mr. Edgeworth? What you have just said, is it a reasonable observation? However, I find it hard to understand why the prosecution would make such a move. Or are you thinking of a career change to defense? I appreciate the concern, Your Honor. I'll stand by my statement, however, regardless of how the court sees my role here. Now, Miss Vasquez, do you have an explanation? This helping me. So the prosecution is in cahoots with the defense. What kind of court is this? A video game court! No matter. I think you misunderstood me. I had a perfectly good reason to believe there would be no rehearsal. Very well. I shall change your testimony to reflect this reason. I knew the hammer was injured and couldn't do any action scenes, so I left him behind. You weren't at the run-throughs, to the best of my knowledge, so how would you have known? How did you know about the injury? How did I know? Sal. He told me. Sal, the director. I have to find something to peg this on her. Or everything we've done till now will have been wasted. Leaving you, Nick. Go get him. It was Sal and Oldbag, security lady, when we found the body. Okay. Let's take a quick refresher on what we got. Badge, I don't think. The report, which we're not going to need. It's a photo that we now know as Hammer. But that hasn't changed, so we're not going to need that. Map, which we may need. Don't think we're going to need the spear anymore. Don't really need the monkey's head anymore. Don't need that anymore, or Cody's camera, likely. That's basically going, hey, this is how it happened, just like 5 years ago. It's like, yeah, hammer, and how they moved it. Okay. Assistant was there too. Powers was absent. Called the police. Power showed up. Quite agitated. She left all the proceedings. Back to the trailer to script and direction notes. Which is the most telling part here. New Hammer was injured and couldn't do any action scenes, so I left them behind. Okay. Basically, I pressed with everything. So... Shut up. Security lady, agitated. It's left out. Back to the trailer for your notes. And you knew he was hurt because Sal told you. Which is logical. Okay, I think I need a hint here. Like, which piece of evidence do I use? Because I pressed on everything, I swear. What if I did? Okay. She says Hammer was injured. Show the Powers photo? Okay. Hammer was injured and couldn't do any action scenes, so I left them behind. That's the wrong way. You knew that Hammer was injured. Don't you think that's a little funny? I mean, it was a Steel Samurai who was injured. Oh, yes. She said Hammer, not Powers. Too many names. I was having issues. I missed that. Thank you for helping me. What? Mr. Wright, explain yourself. Yes, Mr. Hammer is dragging his leg in this photo. But that's because he was pretending to be Mr. Powers. Pretending? One person was injured in the run-through that morning. That person was Mr. Powers, not Mr. Hammer. Now, why did you think it was Mr. Hammer who was injured? I already said it was Sal who told me. That's right, you must have gotten it wrong. I think not. Mr. Manuelo was at the run-through that morning. You would have known it was Mr. Powers who was injured. He saw it happen. Why would he tell you the wrong person? Ms. Vasquez? Actually, you didn't hear anything from Mr. Manuelo. You saw Mr. Hammer limping with your own eyes. Yes, but was it Mr. Powers who was injured? Yes, but remember, Mr. Hammer was dragging his leg too. He was pretending to be Mr. Powers. And when he was doing this, well, it would have to have been after he put on the Steel Samurai costume and went to Studio 2 where he was murdered. Exactly. Ms. Vasquez, you met him, didn't you? You saw the Steel Samurai limping. And Mr. Hammer was in the Steel Samurai suit. That's why you were confused. That's why you thought it was Mr. Hammer who had been injured that morning. Your order. Witness. Can you refute this claim? Yeah, let's see you sneak out of this one, Vasquez. Very well. I have a question for you. The witness doesn't ask questions. Why are the real killers always so persistent? Why in the world would I want Mr. Hammer dead? Yes, he'd fallen on hard times, but he was a star. He had nothing to gain from his death. Nothing. You would need a motive. She have killed the victim. There is a reason it is unclear to this court. Does the defense have anything to say on the matter? In other words, can you prove she had a motive? Of course I can't prove. Yeah, I'm completely clueless as to motive here. You've got nothing hinting at motive. Well, she had power over him. But that's just an inkling. You have no clue who died 5 years ago. That's her motive? The photo? Yeah, that's the best I can think of. But is that actually motive? We don't know who died. That was how she was blackmailing him. Was with that photo. Or what happened in that photo. But is that her motive? At least give it a try, I guess. have proof and I'll show it to you. It's possible. He was tired of living with the guilt. This is my proof. This is the photo from before. This photo reveals the motive in this murder. I'm right, aren't I, Miss Vasquez? 5 years ago, Mr. Hammer was at the height of his fame. With D. Vasquez's help, the terrible accident was swept under the carpet. Ladies and gentlemen, the case currently up for trial began on that day 5 years ago. Ironically enough, that accident precipitated Mr. Hammer's fall. His fall from stardom. His guilt weighed him down, no doubt. However, you, D. Vasquez, used Mr. Hammer. You made him work for you for petty change. Bring us to the present day, Mr. Hammer's last role as the evil magistrate. Yes, undoubtedly, it was a constant source of shame for the ex-star. A moment, Mr. Wright. Talk about motives here, but you have only talked about Mr. Hammer. Almost seems as if it was Mr. Hammer who had killed D. Vasquez, not the other way around. What motives would Miss Vasquez have? Yes, that's right. According to what you say, would have had no reason to kill Hammer. He's a good source of income for me. I never get rid of useful men. It's a policy of mine. Mr. Wright? Please explain her motive for murder. Okay. Basically, the only evidence for her motive is that photo. Otherwise, she had no motive and possibly just did it out of spite. Baby Hammer's like, I'm not going to deal with this anymore. I'm done working for petty change. I'm gonna go find her. And but what other evidence would I have? Out of spite or passion, she liked him? This one's tough. We're very tough. She hatred? The complete opposite of passion? Because why would she hate him though? He's been, they were being possibly angry about being blackmailed. Yeah, justifiably so. Like he's going to either just straight up go, okay, I'm tired of this, and just plain go somewhere else, or maybe even go to the police. But what evidence would I have that he'd be going to the police? Or anything? No, I got stuff. Okay. And to present the court evidence proving his motive. Yeah, maybe he was going to try to kill her. But what evidence would I... That's just him pretending to... And he wanted to frame Powers. He was maybe trying to take Powers down. And he was going to kill her at frame Powers. It's a less self-defense, possibly. But then what would be proof of that? What would she have to... What would she have to do? Self-defense is a motive, yeah. But what would she have to do? Okay. Yeah, maybe not fully a motive, but that is true. Responsive. But I just lost my... But I still... Cyclic van. Still don't know what would be my... And I need to replace the key on my keyboard. It just completely fell off. Sorry, I'm a bit stumped here. Because either it's no motive or one of these things has to... She hadn't... Yeah, that's what I was thinking, and you kind of made me think I needed to come in here. And I don't think I can go back. I don't think I can, so I'm just gonna have to take the hit. So close. She had no motive. So, Mr. Hammer who was out for blood. All Ms. Vasquez did was push him off the stairs in self-defense. It's simple. Mr. Hammer was intending to kill Ms. Vasquez. What? Your Honor? Jack Hammer drugged Mr. Powers with sleeping pills. Jack Hammer snuck into the dressing room and stole the Steel Samurai costume. Jack Hammer wore the costume to fool the security lady into thinking he was Powers. And Jack Hammer made his way to the trailer. And for what purpose, you ask? To kill Dee Vasquez, who had so cruelly taken advantage of him all those years. Yeah! You definitely got some... So you did do it, didn't you? Yes. I am guilty. It was me. Someone call an ambulance. There's blood everywhere. We're too late. Ah, Mrs. Vasquez. What? What happened here? Manuel fell from the trailer stairs. Manuel? Manuel! Ms. Vasquez, please try to remain calm. No, no, no. How could this? It was an accident. Mr. Hammer was doing an action scene and... No, Manuel, Manuel, don't touch him. No! Please, please don't die. Please. Congratulations, Mr. Wright. I lose again. Truth. Where's Dee Vasquez? In the waiting lobby, Your Honor. As calm and collected as ever. See. Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor? Appears you have brought about yet another miracle. Thank you, Your Honor? Think not, Your Honor. Mr. Powers was innocent. That he should be found so is only natural, not a miracle. Yes. Yes, you're right. Very well. This court finds the defendant, Mr. Will Powers, not guilty. That is all. This court is adjourned. That's one tough lady! I don't know what to say. Thank you so much. Just glad you're okay. Yes, but it's sad. I know that Mr. Hammer stole my costume. It's bad enough that he wanted to kill Ms. Vasquez, but to think that he tried to frame me for the murder makes me sad. Tell me why, Mr. Wright. Huh? Tell me, why did Mr. Hammer want to blame me? Well, this is what I think. Hammer wanted to put the blame on you because you had what he wanted back. Because you were the Steel Samurai. Because I was the Steel Samurai? Mr. Hammer was a big star once. But he was reduced to acting in a kid's show, and as the villain to boot. The kids loved the Steel Samurai, and so he hated you. I think I understand. Could have just told me. I would have changed places with him anytime. I think you're missing the point. Thank you. I'm just glad it's all over. So am I. So am I. Congratulations, WP! Oh, hey. Thanks to you, I'll be able to don the Steel Samurai outfit once more. Can't wait to get back into that sweaty costume and... dude? Is something wrong? No, of course not. Nick, Edgeworth? Edgeworth looked not happy. Say something, Wright. I'm not good at small talk. Huh? What? That was too bad, Edgeworth? You don't waste any time gloating, do you? No, I really want to thank you. Vasquez would have gotten away if you hadn't stepped in. Pleased to meet you. I'm Powers. Edgeworth. I'm a big fan of your work, Mr. Powers. Liar. Right? I must say, I hadn't expected to meet you again after all these years. Meet again? However, in retrospect, it would have been better had we not met. Thanks to you, I am saddled with unnecessary feelings. Unnecessary feelings? Yes. Unease and uncertainty. Are those kind of necessary? They only serve to get in my way. You listen to me, Phoenix Wright. Don't ever show your face in front of me again. That's what I came here to tell you. Mr. Wright? Was that guy your friend? What? Friends? As if. They're rivals. Rivals, right, Nick? For now we are, I guess. Huh? How did I get the feeling I'm missing something? Come on, Nick, tell me. What's the deal with you and Edgeworth? And so the curtain closed on another trial. Caused quite a stir by revealing that accident from 5 years ago. I was the talk of the town. Thankfully, Global Studios rethought its programming change. They went back to making kids shows again. Pink Princess! Nick, this is it! The new show starts today. You're going to watch it with me, right? I'll admit, I was kind of surprised. Didn't think they'd seriously go through with it. You have to buy trading cards too, okay? We have to trade with Cody and that assistant. Fine, I'll do it. Isn't it great that WP gets to play the lead again? They'll show his real face this time. Maya. Will Powers is a boy. The show is called Pink Princess. I'm guessing the lead is a princess. So, no, I don't think he shows his real face. I don't know. I don't think the world is ready for the real willpowers. A new episode. Yeah, very, very mucho saving. Okay. So, it's only about an hour over what I normally do. But to get a better to get it so that we're doing episodes, like one episode for like every one or two streams, and it's following the episode lines, I think it's worth it, because I just think it'll be nicer. And at least I'll like it better, and that matters to an extent as well. But otherwise, Monday, 8 o'clock, beginning Stray, because that won the poll. And it'll probably be a few streams on Stray. That estimated, to be like 5 hours, so 2 to 3 streams to play Stray. Okay. And then we're returning to Phoenix Wright here. Let me get to my calendar. Use the tab on the 25th. So at least that's the next couple. So yes, Monday the 14th will be Stray. 21st, most likely also Stray, because I expect it to take more than... They say it's going to take 5 hours. It is not going to take me 2. So, 14th and the 21st, Stray. 25th, more Phoenix Wright, going on to case number 4. And I need to figure out how to get this hand tracking with Warudo working, because I do talk with my hands. And just wiggle them and that kind of stuff. Everybody have a good couple days. Hopefully see you for Stray on Monday. Bye!